Hi, I'm Broward County Commissioner Stacy Ritter. We are on location this morning with this edition of Coffee with Stacy. We're going to do some more of these on location. Get out of the two restaurants we've been in Tamarack and Coral Springs. Not that we don't love them, but we want to show some more of what Broward County has to offer, and particularly District 3, which is where this particular facility is in the district that I'm privileged to represent. But we're also going to do, we're going to go out to the airport one day, we're going to go out to the seaport one day, and we're going to continue to get outside and take a look at what more of what Broward has to offer. So today, we're here with Dennis Haas, who's the president and CEO of ARC Broward, and you can look up ARC Broward on arcbroward.com. You can also Facebook them. I'm a Facebook friend. Do you guys tweet?
We tweet, yes.
What's your tweet?
I don't
Twitter.
remember.
You don't know. Hey, what's the Twitter name? Okay, well, we'll find out. And we've been talking about the electronics recycling program and the Culinary Institute, which are great programs. And I hate this expression, but they really do think outside the box of how you promote your nonprofit and how you generate some interest in your nonprofit. But let's talk about the programs that actually service the people in this county that are developmentally disabled. We're here at the playgrounds. We've got kids. We see kids,
yes.
And so we know you serve kids. Do you have any idea how many? I mean, you serve preschool, but not just preschool age children.
Correct. No, we have we have preschool programs. We have 2 after-school programs, and then we have a number of other programs serving children, infants, teens, young adults, all the way up to adulthood, and then of course the adults.
Okay, so the kids. Specifically right now, is this a full-day program?
The preschool is till about 2:30 in the afternoon, and then they could do before and after care.
And there's lunch is served here. They have lunch and
yes,
like
they
have a regular school day.
Regular school day, they have meals, but these kids also get very intensive physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and all kinds of other additional services, so that when they're ready to go into kindergarten and leave us, they're not so far behind that they stay that way forever, that they have a fighting chance of succeeding.
Okay, what happens when these children grow up into adults?
One of probably the most critical funding gaps and emergencies really that we have today is for adults. And we define adults as over age of 21 in this population. And what happens is some parents refer to them as their adult children that don't grow beyond, many of them, intellectually, a certain stage. So they refer to them as sort of, I'll always have a kid. So think of it that way, and what it takes to make sure that that individual is safe, secure, has something meaningful to do during the day, and otherwise. And dollars for those programs are scarce. And all the adult day programs that we operate, we have about 250 people that come here during the day. We have
21 and over.
21 and over.
Up to
80. Our oldest is 80. We have a seniors program here, like every other seniors day program. Our folks have Down syndrome, autism, Alzheimer's, all mixed in. And they are here during the day. And then you have from 22 up to whatever age needing different types of programs. They need to get here, so you have transportation issues and costs. The staff to make sure that they're doing something meaningfully, that they're healthy, that they have food, and dollars for those programs have been cut severely, and we're expecting more cuts. And people that now used to come 5 days a week are only coming 2 or 3 days a week. We fear they'll end up wandering the streets, being unsafe, they're vulnerable, and it's a real crisis.
And your cuts have come from the local and the state levels because of the economic downturn.
That's correct. Most of the dollars for the adult programs come through a special Medicaid waiver program through the state of Florida, and the County Human Services supports a segment of those services, but the majority of it really is coming through this one state program, and it's nowhere near enough to meet demand. So.
And is it a statewide program then? And the
Yes.
dollars are allocated to the different organizations statewide?
That's
so you're not the only...
No,
I mean, this is a big state.
That's right. This program is fund services, sort of like Medicaid and Medicare fund services all over the state. This is just a special Medicaid program for this population.
As we were out here with the kids, it's so easy to give to children's charities. Children, they're cute and they're fun, but they grow up and then they become from children with developmental disabilities to adults with developmental disabilities, and it seems to be a disconnect at the legislative level. And you don't have to dump on the legislature. That's my job. you rely, as we all rely on them, but there seems to be this huge disconnect about what happens when these kids grow up. And it's not like all of a sudden they magically turn 21 and they're not autistic anymore or whatever their developmental disability is.
Right.
They don't get cured the day they turn 21.
Actually, the state programs provide funding, although it's not enough, for the adult programs. It's foundations, people that donate dollars, even the county tend to focus on and be more interested in children's services. If it wasn't for what the state's doing, although it is nowhere near enough because of the state's budget crisis, there would be nothing, virtually nothing, to speak of.
And when this organization first started 55 years ago, there was nothing like this.
That's correct.
People like this were institutionalized.
That's right.
Shut away for life, and you look at these kids who, some of them I know are autistic, but not all of them. There are other developmental disability, and they come up to you, and that's not how most people who don't know perceive autism.
Right.
They perceive autism as kids sitting in a corner, not wanting to be touched, not wanting to interact, and you are doing a great service because you're teaching these children, teaching is maybe not the right word, but you're getting them ready for life.
And what we do in the kids programs is, and for many of these kids, we maximize their potential. So, and there's a continuum. There are folks that are very, very involved that need a lot of help and will always their entire lives. And then there are many who will get jobs, get their own apartments. Some of them even get married, have social lives, and they can do incredibly well. But there's a large segment of the population we're talking about that will need services, day services, when they get out of school and they go into this adult system that is really falling apart right now. And there's great concern about what's going to happen to them.
And even in a county like Broward, which I consider a very progressive county socially, it's been really, really different. It's really, really difficult to continue. We're bleeding heart liberals, most of us on the county commission, and you want to do what you want to do, and the funding just isn't there, and there are so many needs. And as Broward continues to grow, the needs just get greater as the dollars shrink.
That's right.
It seems to be a cycle that we're in right now that I hope ends really, really, really soon.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you to Dennis Haas, who's the president and CEO of ARC Broward, and I don't know what this means.
It's our tweet address.
Oh, thank you. Twitter at ARC. Thank you. At ARC, A-R-C, Broward. I hope you tweet this and hashtag Stacy Ritter because that's my Twitter name.
Okay.
You know what hashtagging is?
I do.
Oh, good. I just learned myself.
We're very technologically progressive.
As am I. Facebook, Twitter. You know what? I feel that my kids are 23 and 20, and they get their information from their computer. So let's give it to them in an easy manner. And you, of course, can always look at these videos on YouTube, which is Stacy Ritter 3. That's right, Stacy Ritter 3 is my YouTube name. Again, thanks to Dennis Haas, who's the president and CEO of ARC Broward. It's gotten really quiet here. I guess recess is over. Recess is over, but not for us. We got to go back to work.
Thank you for doing this and inviting me to participate.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.